think about the emotions that are associated with stress. It's anger, it's hatred, it's violence, it's hostility, it's judgment, it's competition, it's control, it's envy, it's jealousy, it's insecurity, it's fear, it's anxiety, it's vigilance, it's hopelessness, it's powerlessness, it's guilt, it's shame, and psychology calls all of those emotional states normal human states of consciousness. Those are altered states of consciousness. So if you're feeling any one of those emotional states, more than likely you're having a stress response. The problem is we get so conditioned into it that we don't know how to feel any other way. So I think we describe change in this work as being greater than your body, being greater than the body that's been conditioned emotionally into the past, and being greater than the body when it's programmed into a predictable future. Executing a will that's greater than the program, executing a mind that's greater than the body and moving it into the present moment takes a lot of energy and takes a lot of awareness, and you got to sit with it long enough to get good at it. So in order for you to change, you have to be able to move from that place of knowns, familiar past, predictable future, into the present moment, the unknown, okay? To change is to be greater than your environment. Every person, every object, everything, every place has a neurological network in your brain because you've experienced it, okay? So if you're not being defined by a vision of the future and you open your eyes and you plug yourself back in the three-dimensional reality, you see your coworker, you see your ex, you see your boss, you see your friend, you see your cell phone, you see the news, and now the environment is actually controlling the way you're feeling and the way you're thinking. So now it's no longer your personality creating your personal reality. Your personal reality is creating your personality. Your environment is controlling the way you're thinking and feeling. So to change is to be greater than your environment, to not respond the same way, not to think the same way, not to act the same way in the same conditions, okay? And not be in the predictable future and the familiar past. You got to be in the present moment. It means overcome time, okay? That's our model for change. When you're under stress, the arousal of stress hormones causes you to really feel like your body. The arousal causes you to put all of your attention on your body because you're the priority when you're in survival. When you're in survival and the brain is in the aroused state, your attention you're not going inward now, you get eaten. You can't get vulnerable. You can't drop your guard, like the video there. Drop your guard. You got to drop your guard to be vulnerable. But if you won't drop your guard, if the threat of the danger's out there, you don't want to go in. It's not time to create. It's not a time to go in. It's not time to learn. It's time to run, fight, and hide, right? So the arousal causes put all of our attention on the environment. And when you're under stress and you're trying to predict the future based on the past, you're obsessing about time, right? So if the change is to be greater than your body, to be greater than your environment, to be greater than time, and the stress hormones cause us to put all of our attention on our bodies, our environment, and time, it means when we're under stress and we're in survival, it's really hard to change. It's really not a time to change. It's time to run, fight, and hide. Okay, overcome the addiction to those emotions, lower the volumes of them, give people the application, and have them work with it. They're going to break an addiction. What happens when you break an addiction? You go through withdrawals. Come on, just a little suffering. Come on, just a little judgment. Come on. That's so. The mind is craving those chemicals. And so overcoming an addiction to something outside of us is one thing, but overcoming the addiction to the chemicals of the emotions that are within us, that's a huge thing, right? And so it's funny because if you're addicted to something like, I don't know, sugar or caffeine, and none of these are, have your own belief on them, but if you're addicted to alcohol or whatever, or nicotine, and you say, I'm going to quit, and you say that with intention, with your conscious mind. And then, I throw my feet up on the table, I grab a sugar donut and a cup of coffee, and I got, powder all around my mouth, and you're still trying to overcome it. Your body's going to say, start tomorrow. Oh, this is not a good day for you. Come on, one bite, everybody else is doing it. All of that. Those are the voices in our head that lead to the same choices, right? So, but if you truly broke the addiction to the emotion, to the substance, and you walked in, you could have the sugar or not have the sugar, or the coffee or not have the coffee, because you're not addicted to it, and there's no tug any longer.
You wake up in the morning. Now what? Most people grab their phones, scroll through text, check the news, tap into the familiar world. But what if, instead, you started your day by going inward? Let's be realistic. How fast can someone feel real change from this work? 1 day? 2 days? Within a week? Here's the truth. Knowledge precedes experience. The more you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, the more naturally the how will unfold. This is not just a time for learning theory, it's a time for embodying it, practicing, applying, personalizing the knowledge until it becomes second nature. You have to move from understanding into experience. And when people get it, really get it, they become present when they meditate. They're not zoning out, they're intentionally tuning in. If I feel one emotion, I activate one set of genes. If I feel another, I suppress others. That's not spiritual fluff, that's biology. So if I rehearse a new way of thinking, feeling, and acting, I'm literally rewiring my brain. And over time, thought becomes habit, emotion becomes personality, identity becomes reality. But here's the catch. Your old voice, I can't do this, I'm too tired, this is too hard. That voice, that's the program. And if you keep listening to it, you keep being the old self. But what if you replace that voice with one that says anything is possible? I'm open to synchronicities. I believe change is real. What if you got so present in your practice that you didn't think about your emails, your errands, or your phone? That kind of presence anchored in purpose is where things start to shift. First, you might notice small things. Your back doesn't hurt like before. You sleep more deeply. You feel lighter. These aren't coincidences. They're feedback that what you're doing is working. Now, let's talk about someone with a lot of emotional baggage. Childhood trauma, physical illness, psychological wounds. We're not trying to fix them in 1 week. Their victories aren't about instant healing. Their victories are about staying seated when the body wants to run. It's about sitting in the fire of discomfort and lowering the volume of the emotion instead of reacting. Because that moment, that's the one that matters most. People think I'm doing this wrong. No, if it's uncomfortable, you're doing it right. That's the moment when you face yourself. The mind wants to escape. But if you stay, breathe, and bring the body back into the present, you win. We never tell people to dig through the past. We tell them overcome the emotional charge. Because once you break the bond to the emotion, the memory loses its grip. What's left is wisdom. Now, don't get me wrong, insight can be powerful. Seeing how childhood shaped your beliefs is important. But insight alone doesn't rewire behavior. You can understand your trauma and still live from it every day. Some people live inside the identity of their pain. I am this way because of what happened to me. That's not liberation. That's repetition. We've seen people with brutal pasts, abuse, betrayal, grief, sit through their meditations and reach a moment where everything cracks open. And suddenly, they look back with love.